What's up, everybody? Welcome to GameFreak. In today's episode, this is kind of, I don't know, I thought it was pretty funny myself. I should be mad about this, but I'm not. Because this video is like, that I'm about to show you some clips. I think it's like 4 months old. But, I've made numerous videos about DK Oldies and how they're rip-off artists and how they just screw you over. And I thought this was kind of amusing because there is a reseller on YouTube, and he's pretty big on YouTube. He has quite a few followers. I mean, he might be a nice guy. I don't know. As far as business wise, I think he's a fucking jerk. But yeah, his name is Phoenix Resale. He has tons of followers, tons of subscribers. And he makes a killing ripping people off by purchasing games and consoles and stuff like that at like flea markets and different gatherings where he gets stuff real cheap. Well, let's hear his take on DK Oldies if he thinks they're a scam. Let's check it out.
Now, from what I understand, there are pretty much two primary gripes that people have with DK Oldies, and that is the condition of their items on one hand and their prices. And more than anything, it's the combination of the two. It's the allegation that they are selling consoles for far above market value on, say, eBay or price charting and not backing it up with quality. Now,
okay, so far he sounds pretty reasonable, right? I mean, that is what's going on with DK Oldies. I mean, they jack them prices way up. Now, Phoenix Resales, what do you do?
Now, where my take as a video game reseller and somebody who often does, like just between you and me, often does sell things for above market value on Amazon because people are just less price sensitive on Amazon. So all that to say, I would be a hypocrite if I cast a stone saying, hey, you should never sell things for above price charting value, because that's a big reason that I sell on Amazon. I'm able to get better prices there. It's true for some other platforms like Walmart that just has less competition. Sometimes you can sell games on there for far above price charting value. So that on its own, I don't really have a huge problem with.
Are you fucking kidding me? He does the exact same thing. But yet, you know, he kind of defends them in a way. But he actually had the nerve to see if, you know, they're a scam. It's the reason he's sticking up for him is because he does exactly what DK Oldies does. Exactly what DK Oldies does. There's no difference whatsoever. He does the exact same thing. And he pretty much comes out and says, in so many words, I mean, anyone with a fucking brain can put this together. He does sell above market value on like Amazon and stuff because people are willing to pay. He knows that people want like these games and consoles so bad, they're going to pay any price. And it's a fucking shame. You know, people need to stop buying from people like him. People need to stop buying from DK Oldies. And I've said it in other videos. I can't tell someone how to spend their money. It's their money. However, this guy is deliberately ripping you off, just like DK Oldies, just like every other reseller that I have talked about. They're ripping you off, and people, for some reason, just bend over and take it. It's absolutely amazing. Let's hear some more from him.
Have I ever bought something from DK Oldies? No, you guys know me. I'm incredibly cheap. I pretty much only buy stuff from like vendors at conventions or at thrift stores or pawn shops for way below market value, or sometimes just a little bit below market value. And then I'll flip it on Amazon for a little bit above market value. And guess what? That's how I make a large chunk of my living at this point. So say what you will about that. I'm a scumbag reseller. What I don't agree with is people who say that resellers are artificially inflating the price of games on the market because the more competition there is online, the lower prices will go necessarily. That's just basic economics. But anyways, I digress.
Okay, so a few things here. Number one, he just straight up admits that he is getting all of his product at well under market value, and then he jacks the prices up, just like DK Oldies. And these prices you can look up for yourself. A lot of his stuff is on Amazon. They are jacked up, and if you want to see what he paid for this stuff, he has 2 million fucking videos up, so you can go back and look at what he paid for a lot of these products. So it's pretty crazy. And then he goes on to say that he doesn't like the fact that people are blaming resellers for the price inflation of these games and consoles. He said that it's basic economics that if there's more competition, then the price is going to go down. Now, theoretically, he is right on that. I did take some college courses in economics. He is correct on that. However, that's not the way this is working. This isn't the way it's working in a lot of different industries, including the game industry. Greed. Again, I will bring that up again. Greed has taken over. It doesn't matter how many different options you have out there, they're still going to keep jacking it up. I mean, these guys are just horrible, horrible people.
The other thing that I'd say is, folks, like, even if this stuff does get you riled up, if it does piss you off to see these prices and to see these conditions of consoles that they're selling out, like, just don't go out of your way to spread negativity towards them. It's one thing to have your opinion and to have the freedom to express that online to the world, as I'm doing to you guys right now. It's another thing to go into their comments and spread hate to them. And honestly, I see a lot of that. And as a fellow content creator, I just feel bad for them. So don't go spread negativity. And most importantly, if you're upset that now you don't have a good place to spend all your money on video games, well, our Whatnot streams are always open for business.
Okay, so a few things here. Number one, no, we do need to call people out like you. And places like DK Oldies, they deserve to get called out. People like you deserve to get called out. People that sell to you deserve to get called out, especially when those same people say that they're against resellers. There's a YouTuber in particular but he got rid of his game collection and sold it for, I believe this Phoenix Resell bought it off him for like 40 grand. Now when all is said and done, I can guarantee you that this asshole is gonna profit over 200 grand easy, because he's gonna jack them prices up. But the thing that pissed me off about this, besides that, this YouTuber does have videos where he's bitched about resellers, and he turns around and sells it to a reseller. I mean, that's pretty shitty if you ask me, and it's real hypocritical. Can't believe that he fucking did that. I would never do that. I mean, it's just unreal. The other thing is, I know a lot of people are going to defend people like him and DK Oldies and stuff. And they'll say, well, it takes time and it costs money to redo these consoles and games to get them working and stuff. No, it doesn't. I fix a lot of retro consoles and games, and I'm definitely no tech genius or anything like that. But 95% of the time, especially on these older retro systems like the Nintendo or the Sega Genesis, 95% of the times it's one of two things. Number one, it's either the 72 pin connector that the cartridge goes in. You can get them brand new on Amazon for $10. Brand new. They still make them. The other thing, it's one of these little guys. It's a capacitor. These are about 10 cents. Or if you don't want to get single, you can get a whole box full of different sizes for $8. In fact, there's like 250 pieces in here, and it doesn't cost anything. The only time that you're putting into these retro consoles is maybe cleaning. That might take the longest, but fixing these things are cake. You need a soldering iron to put one of these on, and basically a screwdriver just to put on the 72 pin connector. And then I just couldn't believe his final words said, "Hey, if you don't like DK Oldies, come to the What's Up app. We're selling," or whatever the fuck he said. But once again, greed took over. I mean, unbelievable. These guys are just the worst of the worst. So, hey, I want to thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And until the next time, game on.